Hello and welcome everybody. Uh, Today we're going to make uh, some sort of a bowl out of this piece of uh, log. I'll just bring your camera down. It's a crotch piece with two branches coming out of one branch. Uh, we'll see how it goes. I don't know what I think that timber maybe be. Right, we'll just use the bowl gouge here to get some sort of uh, bottom formed in this, because I'm going to have to take this bit away to get it in line so that I can get a spigot on it and get it into the chuck. Uh, just have it all right out. I just haven't got all of that yet, so I need to get a wee bit of that off. That's coming down nicely. Well, just I think we're going to make a sort of a winged bowl dish, if you want to call it that. Uh, right, everything's secure. We'll carry on with that. Oh dear. It's turning that U on yesterday. Uh, it's affecting me. The dust off it. I've got a bit of a cough there. It's annoying. Right, you can see that's nearly coming up to the top of that, and I'll just put the overhead and front on. You can see it better. So we're coming up to the top of this. Uh, it's not too far out of line. In line, I mean when it comes up to the top here, your semicircle, you can see it coming up, and it more or less will come up in uniform. Uh, Same on this side. It's a good thing to do, and the way you look at it is you look at your piece of log, especially if you're doing this, and position your ring on a nice flat piece. If you don't have a flat piece, take it to the bandsaw and run it through and cut a wee bit off it. That was nearly enough flat there for me to put the faceplate ring on. It means when you come to do the likes of this, instead of that going off to one side, it'll come up uniformed and it'll reach the top at the same time, and won't, hopefully won't reach and leave a big bit undone and take the height of your wing. That's what the word I was looking for. The wing's the same, okay? Because when you look at it across at that long this line, you can see it's quite uniform on the top. So when we get that up, I want to take a nice finishing cut to keep the bark, what we have. Try and leave a natural edge on this. And so far there, it seems quite good. This wee piece here is torn out, but we're not finished with that, so we'll need to do a push cut going towards this way to rectify this. I'll continue on with this here. You're only going to pull more out, so a couple of more cuts down here. Stay away from the edge of that until you get this all almost into the shape you want it, and then a couple of finishing cuts will pull that round. Okay, so we'll get back to it. We'll see what that's like. We're almost, see the way I cleaned that up on the bark by doing a push cut and going that way. Right, we need to get a wee bit more on that to get rid of these flat spits. So we'll see what that's like. Just a wee bit there. That's it all away there. So when you eventually get this around, you should have both ends the same. There's very little on that, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. So an we pass, and that'll take that away, and that we'll just get our shape right round now. It's not a bad shape. Okay. Now there's a lot of ridges in that where it hasn't been so continuous. That's not an issue. I can try a shear cut. You're getting shavings like that off your tool. Good job. Right, that's not bad now. We'll just try a wee shear cut here. There's just a wee bit of it there. Do an RE cut. Right, let's sort that out. Just putting a wee bevel on the spigot so it fits nicely into the jaws, making sure the back of the piece is nice and straight. Right, so we've done that. So at this stage, it needs a bit of sanding, but pull your tailstock up and mark your center. And what you're doing is locating the center of that for when you turn your bowl around in that position to take the foot off. It makes it a lot easier to do things because you'll have something wedged in here to hold that. It's not even holding it, it's just putting it in the position so that you can locate the hole. And that's the sanding done. We have a sanding sealer now. Doo -doo -doo -doo. Just a Yorkshire grit. We just a polish. Just ordinary crystalline wax. You can pick all those wee bits of fluff out later. And again, I like to bring my tool tailstock up. Just loosen your jaws. Push that forward and center that. And that's making sure it's nice and firmly seated into the chuck jaws. Now, a piece like this, it's up to you where you want to start. I like to start on a wee small piece like this here, from the middle out, taking it down in steps. Then have a wee look at it and see what the state of play is. Right, okay. So if we want to leave sort of a quarter of an inch of a lip of natural edge on that, we'll have to watch what we're doing here, because if we take another big cut off that, it's going to be very close. So I need to take a wee bit more to the center of this to get this bit here more in line. Same there. And this is where you can tell if your piece has been centered right. You should have a nice border going around the outside, uniformed. Sometimes you can't always get it, but most of the time, if you position your your faceplate ring on and work off a flat piece and add up and try and get it centered, you should get it okay. So and see how that changed things. That's I'm quite happy with that. By the time I take that on down the inside of this, that should be near enough uniform. The only thing I will say to you, you have to keep in mind that you're taking all the center out of this, and before you do that, try and get your finished edge up here, or especially with a crotch on it, it could flex a wee bit, and your tool will start bouncing. If your tool starts bouncing, and you're getting uh, too much flexing in the wings. So and that way you're getting a nice even cut right around the outside. Now that doesn't look too bad. So I want to take a wee bit more off that. About quarter of an inch would be what I'm looking for. And again, when you start to overhang your tool rest, stop the lathe and position your lathe at an angle, or your tool rest at an angle, so you're not overhanging too much. Right, I think that's deep. It's not bad. Right, at this stage, you're not going to get much more here out of this. Might get a wee bit. We'll see. I just realized the camera position wasn't right for you to see that. So what I was talking about is the rim around here. It's more or less equal the whole way around. You're doing a natural edge. That's more or less you want to have. And it's all about balancing your piece in before you put that in the chuck where you want it to sit. If you too much to one side, you'll get this uneven. You'll get a big thin side and a big fat side. So it it pays dividend to just look at the piece for a wee second and sort of add up. If it's straight across here and straight across the back, when you mount it into your chuck, you should more or less get an even cut the whole way around your bark end, which this is, and that's not too bad, that finish. And that noise you can hear is the actual gap in between the two pieces where it separates there. See it? It's getting more prominent now that I'm taking the timber away. We'll stop that. And if you're getting dust when you're using your scraper, it's not sharp enough. You should get nice fine shavings off that. That's brought that round now. And with my parting tool, I'm just going to go. Stop that. I need to. I need to move the measuring stick to see what depth we have on that. Right, so we're measuring roughly off the top of this. So if I go straight down at that, fingers. Just slow that down a bit. Watch the knuckles as well. Let's see what that's like. It's not too bad. Where's my sanding stick I had the other day? There it is. I like the way the crotch goes right down to the bottom there. It, it sort of adds to the piece, you know. And that's not running too bad. I'm not worried about up here. All I'm worried about is down here. So, as you've seen many times before, it's all about taking your time and taking wee cuts. Not ever, don't go ramstam at it. So we'll take this foot off first, and then we'll reduce this down because I'm going to have to blend this in and bring this in a wee bit. I think it's a wee bit broad. So right, I just need to flatten that foot a wee bit. Couple of wee marks there, helping that sand out. What was that? 120. Off. There's a good platform for the bowl to go on. 240. Oh. Right, we'll just sand this wee bit off. And there we have it, guys. We Crotch natural edge bowl with glass insert. Uh, for tea light. So that's an hour project done and dusted. I like that idea. It takes away from just a traditional bowl, natural edge. It's got some more added to it. It's got a candle holder and it's in this wee glass things. Tea lights must be in a glass holder. Uh, uh, to stop the piece going on fire because that's a requirement now. I have a funny feeling it was at you yesterday or on Saturday. This is Monday. I keep forgetting what day it is. So you could buff that up with a buffing wheel if you want it, and without putting a lacquer on it. We just a lacquer on that might just highlight the grain and the wee bits of branch wood coming through the side of it and stuff. But there you are, guys. I hope you enjoyed that wee demonstration. Natural edge piece. I think a wood is larch or not you, ash. I'm not sure, but it's about a quarter of an inch thick all the way around. As you can see, I managed to get the border all the same. Sometimes when you do a natural edge swarm, you get a big fat end, one end of them. That's to do with all the position on the time of the piece. If you throw it too much to one side, you'll get that. So it pays to look at it and try and work it out so that you're getting the best position to put your piece in. So thanks for watching, guys. That's an hour we demonstration done, and I will catch you the next time. Okay, thank you for watching. Goodbye.